Hello everybody, welcome to the stream today. We're going to be getting started pretty soon. We're only a couple of minutes in so far, and boy, I'm going to tell you guys, today is going to be an interesting stream. We've got some exclusive Patreon content for you guys to dig your teeth into, and I'm going to be providing my own commentary to what we're going to be watching. Very exciting stuff, everybody, so make sure you guys drop a like on the video. Feel free to share if you would like to, and get ready for the long haul today. We're going to rock and roll. With that in mind, boys and girls, welcome to the stream today. Thank you, all of you, for tuning in. We are going to be jumping into things pretty quickly today. We are not going to be doing a huge introduction to this stream today, which is good that all of you guys are here, and those of you who are not are watching this back on the VOD. But we are going to be going through a recent podcast between Onision and Kai. It is said to be quite interesting, and I would like to give you guys my input on this video. And I do plan to provide a lot of commentary to this, as much as I can, to make this interesting. And the reason why, obviously, guys, is because, well, he doesn't necessarily make these that many podcasts, and this is one of the more recent ones that he's done. People have been talking about it, and there's a lot going on with Onision right now. Apparently, I don't know if this is actually true, but apparently he's going on Chris Hansen's show tonight, and I will tell you guys that I'm very, very excited over the prospect of actually watching that. I mean, Violet, that makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? But honestly, I've only really started live streaming on YouTube more recently, and obviously I am over the moon that I have managed to kind of gain even this amount of viewership in such a small amount of time. It takes some YouTubers years to build up a bit of a basis, and I'm very excited about what we're going to be able to achieve in the future on my channel. So anyway, yeah, guys, welcome to the stream. It's lovely to have you guys all here. He did say that, Ophelia, but he said at the end that something in regards to that Onision is what Onision has to say about all of this. So I don't know if it's in reference to them actually interviewing Onision, or if it's just maybe a statement or some emails. I actually personally think that he's not going to be on the show tonight, because I feel like if Onision was going to be on the show with Chris would have promoted it a lot more. He would have promoted it a lot more. He would be putting a lot more. And Onision did email them. So I think they're actually going to talk about the emails. I think they're going to talk about the emails that Onision has posted. If Onision was legitimately going to go on the show, I believe Chris is a good advertiser. Vincent and his team, the team are good advertisers. They would legitimately take advantage of this. They would go for 500,000 or 1 million views on that video by really promoting it, really, really pushing it. Oh yeah, Ophelia, I don't want to get into it too much, but lots of gaslighting is what I saw in those emails, trying to make Chris Hansen and his team kind of question their own sanity and their own intelligence, which is it's a very redundant argument to do that if you're not going to provide any actual points. It's it is what it is. But yeah, guys, we do have something special today. We've got Steve in the house. What's going on, dude? How you doing? It's nice to see you here, actually. And we have loads of people here today. Guys, welcome to the stream. Thanks for joining. For any of you guys who are newer to me, be aware that I live stream every single day at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here on YouTube Live, so make sure you guys tune in every day. And by every day, I mean every weekday. Weekends, especially Sundays, I do not stream on Sundays. Saturdays are kind of hit or miss with me, but weekdays, I'm here. I'm here. I've heard about that channel, Ellie, but I've actually not really watched many of their videos. I need to really start watching more like commentating channels that talk about Onision and various other people. It's just when it comes to my kind of commentary flow, I don't like to absorb other commentary because I feel like it might affect my own, and I want to offer my own specific. I don't want it to like affect my style, and I don't want people to think that I'm copying other people either, or copying their content or anything like that. I think it's exactly, Copper. We don't want a commentary inception, exactly. So anyway, I want to get straight into this today, guys. I am super excited for this. So let me just make sure we bring it up on the screen so you guys can see. We got Onision here. I'm sure you guys, if you follow any of the Onision hate Twitters, you've probably seen some of the pictures of him recently with his with his hair, and some of the pictures of Kai. We're gonna really crack into it. It's 12 minutes of this today. I don't really necessarily see this stream being too long, but I think that's a good thing. It means you guys can just watch, you can absorb this, and really get a lot out of it, and move on to the next streamer that you want to watch. Ashfab, what's going on? How you doing? As I'm sure you guys have a lot of streamers on your minds, or lots of YouTube that you want to digest this evening. Okai's also on it too, don't worry. I watched a little bit. I watched like the first 30 seconds just to make sure that it would be something worth commentating on. And yeah, it's we'll see how it goes. Okay, so anyway, let's really jump into this. But yeah, guys, thank you very much for joining. We're almost at 50 concurrent viewers right now, which is awesome. Let's jump into the video.
Do you like my bangs?
Love them. They're not even bangs anymore. Your hair's just grown out.
It's just a comb over. It's a forehead comb
over.
Well,
it's supposed to part like normally, but then every time we turn on the camera, you part it like an emo bang.
I'm stuck in the 90s.
It's not a 90s thing.
That's what everyone says online. They say I have 90s hair.
You'd have 90s hair if you parted it in the middle. That's not 90s hair. That's like mid-2000s. That's like 2008 RAW XD.
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah.
What is that?
Wow.
So far, I mean, it's been 30 seconds into this video, and I'm wondering, like, what kind of content they're trying to provide with this. Like, what are they trying to offer from this podcast? Isn't the whole point of a podcast is that it's supposed to be interesting? It's supposed to offer something to the audience. They're just talking about each other's hair. I don't know, guys. I don't know.
It's RAW XD.
Oh my god. No. You don't even know what RAW XD is.
Yes, it is.
You married an old man.
This is a new one.
Clearly.
What's RAW XD?
I'm an actual 2008 emo kid.
Anyway, so what happened to us?
It's a great question.
What how did we wind up this way?
Just look how awkward they both look. The thing is, it's pretty clear to me. I'm going to make an assumption that they're just going to take the piss out of everything the entire podcast. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think they're just going to take the piss out of everything, and they're going to kind of make light of everything that's kind of happened. That is my assumption. That's at least what I know about Greg, is that's what he does. But yeah, let's proceed.
I don't know. I'm all right.
Where did the spark go?
I have a spark, just not to share with you people.
I like how it's like a spark and not like an inferno. Like they always say, "Oh, the spark is gone." Like
the spark died.
I'm confused what they mean by this. Are they talking about their relationship? Are they talking about the relationship spark is gone, or that it's just a spark? That's interesting. I don't know. It's, from what I'm aware, Kai and Greg have a very confusing relationship, and it seems like there is a lot of layers to their relationship. And whilst I would never truly understand their relationship, as I am not either one of them, nor am I anybody who's close to them, I believe that they must have gone through a lot together. And honestly, I'm a monogamist. So anytime I see like a polygamy styled kind of relationship where you're bringing in girlfriends and boyfriends into a marriage and stuff, I already start to think that there's probably some level of turmoil or conflict. Those are my assumptions, guys, when it comes to like seeing stuff like that. So yeah, that's what I'm kind of getting into. So let's proceed.
Was it just like a wet fart of nature? Is that what a spark is?
How did you go from spark to
So we're
wet fart?
soulmates.
That's like not.
We're soulmates, right?
I thought so, but now you're saying some whack ass shit. You don't even know what raw XD is.
I'm wearing a helmet.
What?
I don't know why anybody would want to know what raw XD means. I mean, that's like so 2005, 2010. These are both people who they're adults. I mean, actually, no. I know Kai is actually a similar age to me, but Onision, at least, he's in his fucking 30s. Come on, my guy.
My hair looks like a
It kind of
helmet.
does. It a little bit does. Part of how you wear it normally, like at home. It looks good.
There you go.
No, it's not. It's still like, whoop. Just like, that's not how you wear it either.
So I've heard a couple of different commentators state this, and I heard Ripsion say it in the past. He has referred to Onision's house as the Grease Mansion. Why is that? Because I've heard people always make comments about that Onision doesn't have good hygiene, and that his hair is greasy. Is that true? Is my assumption correct? That's what people say, right? People say that he has greasy, like really greasy hair, and he doesn't like take care of himself, right? That's interesting. And I saw that you put up a tweet recently that was kind of like making light of the fact that everybody calls him a groomer, and he's been referencing it, that they're talking about him grooming his own self, like grooming his hair and having good grooming. Kind of like he's been making. I don't know if you guys are checking out his Twitter recently, but he's legitimately said that. He legitimately said that in a tweet. He's funny. Anyway,
That's not how you wear it either.
You don't wear your hair. Your hair is stuck to your body.
Your hair
Already
wears
stopped.
you.
It's not like an outfit you can just rip off.
Your
at the end
hair
of the day.
wears you.
I mean, I guess some people wear their hair.
I wear my hair.
It's a wig.
Shut up.
That's
You know what I
I'm talking
mean?
about. Some people wear
I
wigs.
style it a certain way.
Some people wear wigs, and some people use soap to put on cloths, and then they use the cloths to wash their bodies instead of just the bars of soap.
Fuck are you talking about?
Some people do that.
Yeah, what does that have to do with anything?
Just pointing it out.
Okay, we don't use bars of soap either.
Yeah.
can I be honest? Kai looks really like she's just not. Sorry, that he's not really enjoying this. That's what I'm really getting from this whole conversation. Kai's honestly just looks really, really bored with this conversation. Like Kai does not want to be here. I don't know. Food for thought.
Yeah.
Is this how I do my hair?
No.
How do I do my hair?
Normally. Like, pretend the camera's not on.
Like that?
No, clearly.
That?
I'm done engaging in this. You already know how you.
How do I
style
do my
your
hair?
own
This is how I do it.
Okay, then leave it. Why am I in charge of your hair?
So I want to become.
So guys, if you do contribute to Onision's Patreon, this is the kind of shit you guys can watch.
A legal lawyer, and I want to defend people accused of murder. How's that sound?
Good luck with that.
Yep. My dream is to be the defender for the future O.J. Simpson.
Okay.
So he wants to defend himself then?
I love how this, again,
I'm
doesn't have a
kidding!
topic.
I'm
I'll
kidding!
be like, the condom doesn't fit, Your Honor. Look, I put it on with my mouth.
I hope I'm kidding.
You know, like, half my comments on my last podcast were like, this is literally just James says stupid shit and you look annoyed. Instead of actually talking about
What's
something.
crazy is, like, my patrons are nowhere near as hateful as yours then.
Well, I think a lot of my patrons don't like you.
I feel like we're watching marital disputes right now. Like, like Greg has promoted and published his marital disputes with his spouse. I don't know. It's great. All right. Anyway.
Like me. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but like.
The irony is, a lot of your content would never go up if it wasn't for me.
At this point, yeah, none of it. So thanks. I just want to have an actual topic.
I can't believe you just said that. He's like, you know what? If you didn't have me, your content wouldn't go anywhere. Like your videos wouldn't do well. You wouldn't have any success if it wasn't for me. What I will say about that, and I know that's really toxic for him to say that. He's not wrong. He's not wrong in saying that. But there is such thing as if you haven't got anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. It's like being married to a man, and let's say that you are a woman and you're raising his children, and he uses any opportunity that he can to tell you that I'm bringing the money in. I'm bringing the money into the house. You're not, and if it wasn't for me, you wouldn't be able to do anything. And that's what I'm kind of getting from Greg right now. He's kind of giving off that kind of alpha complex where he's the reason why Kai has anything. You know, I don't feel bad for Kai, but I don't feel bad for Kai at all. But and I think a lot of people have actually noticed that, Star Fuzzy, that he does, the way that he says certain sentences, it's almost like he's actually intentionally trying to be manipulative. The way that he speaks about certain things, and you don't realise it. Well, a lot of people don't realise it, but it is actually the case, and it's pretty crazy.
Topic, so this video can have a title, maybe.
Thank you for the donation. Holy shit. Thank you very much, Maxi. 643. I really appreciate it. That's so cool. There was no message, unfortunately, but very, very nicey. Thank you. Thank you so much.
All right. So, what do you think? And we're gonna let Kai talk because I'm a attention-seeking asshole. Let's talk about what you think about real life and how important real life is compared to the internet.
It's pretty important.
And that's why I'm talking most of the time, because I say something really elaborate, like what I just said, and then Kai goes, "It's pretty important."
Maybe if you'd let me finish my sentence instead of talking 2 seconds after me, we would get to hear me.
Go ahead.
The internet doesn't matter.
Oh.
It's not real. The Illuminati fucking...
I find it interesting that they say that. Yeah, I'd like to say right now that they're both completely lying, but I don't want to say that. I don't want to assume that, even though it's probably true. It is probably true, right, guys? They're lying. But at the same time, the amount of shit that these, like, think about it, right? I don't know how many of you guys have actually had to deal with drama or conflict online. But it can get to a point where you've been, like, attacked so much, like, so many people have been rude to you so much that it becomes almost second nature. Like, you grow very thick skin and you don't really care as much about what people say. You ignore people. You use the flame that other people, like, set off, and you use it. You harness it, whether they like you or not. But what I will really say is, I agree with you, Michael. I think he cares deeply. I think they both care deeply. What's up, resting bitch face? Yeah, what's up, Jillian? What's good, everybody who's just joining in now? Thank you very much for joining. Don't worry, we're only 5 minutes into this, so we still have another good 7 or so minutes that we're going to be kind of going through. But be aware, for anybody who is new here, I do start my live streams at 5 p.m. EST on weekdays. So if you want to be here at the right time, that is when we start. I'm aware that a lot of you guys do work and you have things going on outside of your online lives, but that's the time that I normally go live, because I'm obviously from the UK and it can get really late here if I'm streaming for a long time. Thank you, Jay. Thank you. I'm really close to getting to 1,000 subscribers. So if any of you guys would like to support me and share my streams and promote me on your channels, I would really appreciate that. You don't obviously have to, but honestly, the sooner I get to 1K, the sooner I can become monetized, and that's going to be very, very exciting for me. To be honest, it's going to be an exciting time. Thank you, Jess. Thank you very much. I mean, honestly, it's nice to see lots of people who recognize me on here. It's cool.
Whatever.
Did you see that?
I don't want to get.
Did
murdered.
you see that GIF of the Kool-Aid man running up to somebody and then flipping himself upside down and drowning the person inside of him, just upside down?
No. Where would I have possibly seen that? I don't have like any social media anymore, so I don't see anything.
It's a horrifying GIF.
I feel like I've turned into an old man because all I use is Facebook now. Like, legitimately, I just use Facebook.
Okay, this is what I'm going to say, and it goes back to my previous point, me talking about how they don't care, and that's a great still, by the way. That's a great still. But what we were talking about before, just prior, is that they said that they don't care. They don't care about what people say. They don't care about the internet. Kai, if that was the case, you wouldn't just be on Facebook. You would be on other platforms too. You'd be on Twitter. You'd be on Discord. You'd be on lots of different platforms, in my opinion. Instagram. You wouldn't just be on Facebook if you genuinely did not care about what people say. It's not that. It's not even about that. It's not that she does care about what people say. But because she's kind of pushed herself and she's closed herself off on one platform in one small specific community, it's almost like she can just avoid all the negativity. She can avoid all the drama. She can hide from it. Well, my apologies. I always get confused. I remember Kai back when Kai was Lanybot, and I remember Kai as Lanybot a lot more than I know them as Kai now. So I unfortunately sometimes make the mistakes, and that's not me being inappropriate. It's my apologies, guys. I'm trying. It's not easy. But yes, Kai. Yeah, I keep saying she accidentally. It's not intentional. I'm not trying to be an asshole. Anywho,
Conservative woman.
No, it's not.
Yeah, every conservative woman uses Facebook and fantasizes about Donald Trump. I wish he'd finger me.
It's literally not true.
That's what people
Anyways, I only use Facebook because it's not as negative as everything else. And I'm not even talking about like just for me. Like, you go on Twitter and every single thing you see posted is like fucking, it's negative. I felt like my whole feed was just like, the world's going to explode. Trump
That's specifically you. That's specifically Gregory. That is not most people. My feed is very positive. Usually, it is. I very rarely get negativity or hate on my feed at all. Even when I do controversial streams, even when I work with people who are controversial, I don't get that much negativity. People are pretty respectful to me, but then again, I don't have the history that they have, of course. So, of course, that's probably why. But if you're somebody, if you portray yourself to be a monster, people are going to treat you like a monster. Never forget that, everybody. Never forget that. If you portray yourself to be a bad person, people will treat you as such. It's the way of the world. And Onision has spent years portraying himself as this absolute asshole, right? And it's and obviously Kai has not necessarily been involved in all of that, but with the allegations more recently, Kai is very involved in that stuff. And that is where this kind of barbarism, this kind of viewing Kai as a monster has come from. Would you not all agree? So, yeah, anyway. Don't apologise, she's a mom, it's confusing. And yeah, exactly. As long as you're not like... I see a couple of commentators who genuinely, like, intentionally refer Kai as a female and, like, criticise the concept, and it's just transphobic, to be honest. So yeah, I don't really play around that. Whatever. Anyway.
Is at it again. This person sucks, and this person sucks, and this person sucks, and I'm just like, this is not fun. Like, every fucking movie sucks. Everybody hates everything. Why do I want to be like, yeah, everything sucks?
I logged into Twitter and I saw someone saying, to all those dumb bitches, and I didn't read anymore.
Well, it's just like the whole thing with Sonic not being animated.
Was it one of his own tweets? Because it probably was. It probably was one of his own tweets. Thank you, Jess. I appreciate that. I'm just reading through from these comments. Don't worry about it, Maxie. I do appreciate it. Thank you.
Made it correctly. That
Thank
was
you
like
very
a whole
much.
fucking
that was like
oh my
4
god,
years ago.
fucking Sonic. It's just a good example because it's the dumbest fucking thing I've ever seen in my life. Like, enjoy the art, people. Okay.
So there's an important question that I wanted to ask you. What would you recommend as the best way to deal with bullying online?
You don't look at it.
Yeah.
I can't believe Onision, a known bully, is asking other people questions about preventing bullying. And for anybody who's wondering, do I have any examples of times Gregory has bullied people? Eugene Cooney is my prime example. The things that he has said about Eugene Cooney in the past are absolutely just vile. It's absolutely vile.
A lot of people tell you like, just ignore it, grow thick skin or whatever. But I mean, for some people that's probable, but for others it's not. Like, it's just strictly like a personality type, what you can and can't deal with. And for some people that doesn't work, you know? Some people, they like see stuff and it bothers them as much as they like tell themselves like, it doesn't matter. Like, if you see it, it's going to bother you. So just...
It's like this. People say ignore it, right? But that's like letting bacteria go in your water and still drinking it. You know? Just ignore that your runny nose and all that shit, right? So what you have to do is you have to literally not even look at it. You can't even absorb it. It can't poison you at all. So it can't even be in the water before you drink it.
Well, that's why I've moved to Facebook, because this is a group of people that I have met personally. If I haven't met you, I don't add you to my Facebook.
Right. It's
people I like knew in high school. It's my real fucking life. Real.
Pausing it here, I feel like they're very conflicted. That they're both very, very conflicted about how they feel about a lot of different things. They've both stated in this podcast that they do not care about what people say, that they do not give a fuck. And now they are literally saying that they give a fuck about what people say and that they need to make sure they do not absorb anything negative because it will make them feel bad. And it's just, that's the thing. And I guess they don't watch their footage back. They don't actually... I don't even think they actually know what they're fucking saying. I genuinely don't even think they know what they're saying. And I think it's okay to care about what people say. Like, it's okay that you are upset that people are talking really about you, whether you are innocent or guilty. It's never nice, is it, for anybody here when people talk harshly about you. One thing I will say, guys, and this is something that I definitely do enact as much as I can, instead of getting angry when people say horrible things about me, I try to laugh at it. I try to just laugh at what they have said, their comments. That honestly, you can always just laugh things away. In my opinion, at least that's what I do. But I wouldn't suggest it for specific circumstances.
People and
Normalcy.
Yeah, it's normal.
Exactly,
it's normal.
Michael.
It doesn't
Exactly.
feel like I don't know. It's like, living in the real world.
This is what I think is the difference.
Calm.
Is that
Question. So I'm seeing a couple of comments about this, and I do not know. Does Kai suffer from a skin condition at all? Because I've heard a couple of people say something about that, and I know that Onision does. He suffers from a skin condition, but does Kai, because she's got huge like lumps on her lips, and I'm just curious. You know what it is, and somebody put herpes in the chat. Yeah, and so that's copper exactly. Is it the testosterone? Is it the testosterone maybe? Go off, chat, guys. Honestly, this chat's crazy. This chat's crazy. I love you guys. But no, I think she picks at it a lot. Yeah. Hormones wouldn't do that. See, I have no idea about any of that, Brittany, so it's nice to have you here. I don't know what hormones would do in that regard. And Onision, I don't know about that. Punching him, I would hope not. So everybody put a 1 in the chat if you think it's herpes. Put a 2 if you think it's something else. And yes, guys, I am a twat. It is okay. Two syphilis? Oh, God, I don't know if we should be... oh, God. Messy, motherfuckers. Alright, alright, so lots of ones. We have got a lot of ones here today. How? How? Where from? What have you been doing, Kai? What have you been doing? What is this? Yeah, that's what I was actually thinking, Copper. Maybe it's stress induced. I'm not gonna lie, guys. When I'm like really stressed, my hair can fall out. I can get spots and stuff like that. You know what I mean? I don't know. Yeah. Kai's had the cold sores for years, way before tea. So do you guys think it might be the herp then? Interesting. God, that's yeah, I would agree with that, Starfuzzy. I'm not sure about what everybody else here thinks, but I think that Kai is very stressed out. Not just in this podcast, but I think in general. Whether we like these individual characters or not, I think we can all agree that they're probably going through a huge amount of stress right now from everything that's happening. And, you know, that's the way the cookie crumbles, everyone. That's the way the cookie crumbles. Anyway, let's proceed.
When you ignore it, you allow
Right,
that poison
Michael,
to be in your
right.
life and you drink it anyway, it makes you a less functional person because it's an influence on your mind. And then those people call out your dysfunction that was directly spawned by their dysfunction, poisoning your life. and it just like becomes a snowball until that person becomes one of them.
It's
like
just
the
a mess.
Borg.
I don't understand it. I don't understand. I mean, I've been on the internet for a long time, you know, not even as like a, you know, person of interest, whatever, just like as a consumer. And it didn't used to be like this. It was very,
Well,
even when Twitter first came out, it was like, boo, 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 I'm having cereal. Cool.
I would say it's because you're in the public eye, but my people who are your fans are attacked just like you.
It's not. I'm not even just talking about me. I'm talking about everything, like
Cancel
movies.
culture,
Yeah.
outrage culture.
People are mad about a way a movie's done, an ending, a fucking song, a fucking any other person of interest. Like
Generation Z.
I know it sounds really crazy to a lot of people, but you can actually ignore negativity. It's actually not that difficult if you want to. If you want to. If there are certain people, or if there's a lot of people who are attacking you or being horrible to you, whether it's in the real world or if it's on the internet, you can ignore it. You can stay away from it. I don't know. I feel like they're just complaining at this point, but I mean, I complain a lot too, so I'm not gonna necessarily complain any more than I need to. I'm gonna read some of these comments because you guys, honestly, you're very opinionated, and I love it. I really do. Michael, I really love your comments today. I don't actually know who you are, but you're great. Thanks for joining. Perhaps I do, and I just don't know what your name is elsewhere. Let's have a look what we got here. Person of interest, isn't that a police term? Oh, it's green trees. Oh, nice. Nice to have you here. That's what happens when you are a groomer. All right, Bella. All right, wow, this is yeah, Greg does claim to be a lot of things, but yeah, I mean, person of interest, that is not necessarily something that you want to reference yourself as, but I mean, yeah, if you're a live streamer, if you're a YouTuber, if you're a commentator or a Instagrammer, you are a person of interest. You are somebody that people will watch and engage with. But you will notice that a lot of these people don't get a lot of negativity. They might get some nasty, just spiteful troll comments here and there. But there aren't that many, there are, honestly, in the grand scheme of things, a huge amount of people who have hate armies. And just groups of people who fucking, like, just hate them. It's not a thing. It's not a thing. A lot of people have small groups. I don't like them. But I don't know. Cancel culture is not apparent in this. It's not a thing. And guys, I've spoken about this before, and I will say this again. Cancel culture is just an idea. It's not actually a thing, and it doesn't work. All right, it doesn't work. The only way that you can truly stop somebody from being a live streamer is by pushing them off the platform, or pushing them to realize that they shouldn't be this. That is the only way you can really stop somebody from being a YouTuber or a live streamer or an Instagrammer, is if they want to. Thanks for the info, but no, do not take that to heart, all right? I'm not telling you guys that you should be more and more crazy or like more and more aggressive towards people. But the thing is, no matter what you do, it's always going to be that YouTuber or that commentator or that live streamer who has the decision. They can decide whether they want to continue to do that craft or not. Doesn't matter how much hate they get. And it's obviously apparent with Kai and Onision, with all of the negativity that they have received, they have still not stopped. They have still not, they're still streaming. They're still streaming. They're still making videos. Podcasts. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to be watching it tonight, Jay, as it is kind of late. It's getting later. But if I am still awake and I can be bothered, I will watch it tonight. Otherwise, I'll watch it when I wake up tomorrow. But I will be aware, guys, tune into my stream tomorrow because I will be reviewing Chris Hansen's stream. So come watch, yeah? Come watch and we'll talk about it. I'll have some talking points about it. And we'll spend a good hour talking about it tomorrow if you guys would like to be there. Anyway.
People can't make a mistake 10 years in the past without it being on their fucking resume forever.
Well, I think that some people are kind of over it, though. Like, I don't think that a lot of people still care about that one guy throwing a mic stand into his audience, Ronnie Radke.
It depends on the person.
Well, I think that the majority of people
I mean, a
have let
lot
it
of
go.
people don't like Ronnie Radke.
And
so.
him being
So they're referencing like the things that they've done in the past, and that like a lot of people keep bringing up what they've done. And the thing is, and guys, you know me, even those of you who are newer to me, you know that I try to be a bit of an unbiased and I try to speak from my own experiences. I don't like to condemn or attack people for what they've done in the past. If they actually have changed, if they are actually showing improvement, and they're not doing those things anymore. Like, for example, if you said like you were racist, or if you were homophobic a number of years ago, you made a statement or a slur, and you subsequently apologized for it, and you didn't do it again, I would accept that, and I would not use that against you as a commentator. Because I've said things and done things in the past which I have apologized for, and I've had to kind of grow from. I mean, I'm only in my early to mid 20s, so, and I've been live streaming for a number of years now. But the thing about Onision and Kai is a lot of the things that they have done are still happening now. Their behavior has not changed. Their behavior has not shifted. And when those things are the case, when it is like that, when that is clear as day, there is no reason to undervalue the things that they've done in the past. Clearly, right? I mean, let's be honest. Because we've all said things that are stupid. We've all done things that are stupid in our lives, whether we believe it to be or not. But it's about how we overcome those things, how we move forward. And for the way that I look at things for the last number of years, 8 or to 10 years, that Greg has been a part of the YouTube community, he has continuously done foolish and controversial, and in some instances what we presume to be actual crimes and things that are sickening. And if he was to change in the last couple of years, then we could give him the benefit of the doubt. We could respect that. Look at Shane Dawson, for example. Shane Dawson used to say and do things that were outrageous. And because he believed back then that the only way he could be successful is if he shocked people. Which is what a lot of people do. It's what Onision still does. It's a shock factor. And it works. Shock factor does work. And that's why Shane did a lot of the things that he did. He just wanted to shock people. He wanted to over-embellish things. But he has changed. Shane, well, it looks like Shane has changed. I don't know if Shane's actually changed, but his content has changed. His dynamic has changed. So we can look at the things that he's done in the past and we can say, you know what, those things happened. Does it reflect on who he is in 2019? It's the same reason why I don't like people digging up things from people's past. I think it's kind of pathetic. But when the situation is still happening now, if it's related, if it's something that makes sense, like let's say that it's in regards, like you bring up something for 5 years ago which relates to the allegations that are against him now, I would be like, fair enough, it's cool that you bring that up. But if you bring up something that's completely unrelated, and just like throw it in Onision or anybody else's faces, any other YouTuber's faces, I don't know. I don't think that's cool. I don't like that kind of stuff. True, but I will say this, Jess. For some people, it doesn't matter how great the apology is; they will not accept it, and they will always find an excuse to not support it. But I will give you guys a little bit of advice here. If you're ever going to give somebody an apology, never use the word "but" in your apology, because you know what they say, everybody. You know what they say. Anything after the word, anything before the word "but" doesn't mean shit. I am sorry, but you know what I mean. I am. It's just making excuses. Real apologies are people who actually accept what they've done and explain how they are wrong and how they hope to get better. Let's be honest. However, yeah, it is a fancy but true. You are not invisible, Nina. The chat's just very, very busy right now, and we're in the middle of a big topic. It's nice to see you here, though. It's nice to see all of you here, actually. Anyway, let's continue because we have a great amount of people in here today, which is lovely. Thank you, everybody, for joining. Exactly, Midnight Oil. Midnight Oil knows what they're talking about.
Being associated with a murder weapon or whatever.
Well, he went to jail for that.
Right, but I don't think a lot of people really think about that. I think that he's still successful regardless of that.
Yeah, he's successful, but a lot of people don't like him. That's the
fuck him.
point. Well, yeah,
Who
fuck
cares?
him, but I'm just saying it's the same. It's that same culture.
Well, like, here's the thing. Context is everything. So I don't really know what happened with Ronnie Radke. I wasn't there. Could have been a totally different thing than what's described.
Well, I mean, you know what? It's good to.
This is fucking propaganda, guys. I do not give a fuck what anybody says. This is fucking propaganda that they're doing right now.
It's good to hold people accountable. I'm glad that we're.
Well, that's what the legal system's for, though.
Well, I'm glad that we're becoming more, like, what's the right word?
Conscious?
Yeah, careful with our words, more accepting, yada yada yada. But the fact of the matter is, stuff that happened 10 years ago, people didn't have that same knowledge of what was okay and what wasn't okay. And then now they're held accountable as if they were, as if they said it today. And they're just like, they didn't. They said it 10 years ago when they were naive and didn't know that this stuff wasn't okay. And I just think that's ridiculous.
I mean, I do agree with that. I really don't like that stuff. I don't like it whenever I see that stuff. But I don't know, man. All right, so Abby puts in the chat, yeah, right, but Ronnie Radke did what he did with an audience, publicly. And an Onion did what he's done behind closed doors. So, yeah, I mean, not all of what Onion's done is behind closed doors. He's done a lot of stuff publicly as well. But yeah, it seems like they've both, before doing this podcast, they sat down and said, let's talk today about cancel culture and how people are condemning us and attacking us. It's pretty clear. It's pretty evident to me. Maybe some of you guys disagree, and if you do, please provide it. I would love to get your perspectives. And yeah, they're genuinely taking no accountability to anything that has happened. It is very evident to me, very, very clear to me, that they just want to kind of block everything that you say. They want to mirror, it's almost like a game of tennis. They just want to hit the racket, they want to hit the ball and knock it back into your court. They have no interest in actually kind of accepting what's going on. It seems almost like a game to them. Let's read some of what it's similar to Trisha Paytas, but Paytas is a troll goddess. Kai is a groomer in hiding, so different story. Yeah, I mean, it's. I understand what you're saying. I understand what you're getting at. But yeah,
You know, yin yang.
Yin and yang, yes.
Yeah, I think that people converted from saying whatever they want and not being held accountable to saying whatever they want to people held accountable.
That's a good point.
I think that we didn't change
I really didn't understand that. It's like they didn't make any sense. That's
held accountable to saying whatever they want to people held accountable.
What the fuck was that? Like, these are people who, well, especially Mr. Onion, Dark Lord, evil Sith Lord. He's been doing this shit for years. You gotta learn how to communicate, dude. Jeez.
That's a good point.
I think that we didn't change
And she understands. She's like, that's a good point. I think she's just saying that.
our inappropriateness. We changed who we were inappropriate
You're
to.
directing it at people you perceive to be villainous,
Yeah.
regardless of whether that's totally accurate or not.
Anyway, I
really don't understand their point. I don't understand what their point is to that. It's just like, oh, people condemn people that are bad, and that's the thing. And I really don't get it. What are they talking about? This is madness. It's dribble. It's dribble, everyone.
Just wanted to thank you for giving such great advice. I really like the analogy
It's
that
not
you
even
gave.
advice.
I like the analogy you gave with the water and the contamination and stuff. That was really helpful and insightful, and it takes a really intelligent person to come up with something like that.
I really thought you were about to like say something nice to me.
You are the handsomest guy.
Thanks.
I'm actually.
Oh my god. Oh my god, I'm actually going red. You know what, guys? This is worth a bit of money every month to watch. I wouldn't suggest paying for it, but this is some good high quality shit. And just like, not that like they're actually, it's not like they're intentionally trying to be funny. It's like the awkwardness and the stupidity. I'm laughing at them, not with them. All right, always a difference in that regard. That is the most spiteful thanks. And the way that she comes across, it's like, I don't know if any of you guys agree with me, but she was like, oh, I thought you were about to give me a compliment. That's giving me the interpretation that Greg doesn't compliment his spouse, which is kind of sad, actually. But like, as much as I'm commentating about their allegations, I don't know if I want to commentate about their relationship, because it is I don't know, it's a bit much. Guys, I have, you know, I have my you know, stuff that my morals, my integrity. I know there are commentators on here on YouTube who don't, but I'm not them, all right. But I also don't have morals in certain instances, but you know, whatever. Oh god, I hope that's not the case with children. I really hope that's not the case. But I've heard a lot, and obviously the stuff recently that Sarah spoke about with Chris about how they. I don't want to get into it. Oh, it's just
actually looking at you when I say it, so it's not like some kind of.
I'm more than my body. God damn it.
Well, not your face. You are your face.
I have a brain in there too, though.
I'm fucking with you. It's a joke. But
look at that fucking fat squirrel. Look how fat it is.
That squirrel is more than its body.
I'm just saying. He eats
you hypocrite.
I woke up.
Says a guy who legitimately has YouTube videos where he rates women's bodies. Sorry, not just women, teenagers, and yeah.
I woke up this morning and I looked at you and I'm like, this is like, I'm married to an anime guy. It's the coolest thing. You're cool.
Thank you.
Cool guy, Kai.
Don't visit that page at all, ever.
Cringe as fuck.
Unless it's on Patreon, right here.
What page?
Cool guy Kai.
Oh, okay. Is it porn?
No. I'd be getting paid a lot more if it was. Dobbs. He's trying to eat this fat squirrel.
He's just chasing it.
He looks a little.
All right, and everyone, make sure you go watch "Living with Myself" with Paul Rudd. It's
Living with Yourself.
Living with Yourself. And South Park's really lit right now.
I'm rewatching House, so adios.
Patrons. So, guys, that was the complete exclusive podcast from their Patreon, and hopefully my commentary has had a level of value to you guys today. And now that we have watched what we've watched, I would like to now spend the next maybe 10-15 minutes really going through your opinions on what you guys watched, and just how you felt about the various things that they kind of spoken about. Yeah, people do pay to watch this, and I will say this though, Midnight Oil, it's not that many people really. I mean, actually, no. What level do you have to be at to actually like watch this stuff? Like, is it like the $5, or is it the $10, or is it the $20, or I'm just curious, like how much you have to actually like spend in order to see this. Doesn't really seem like there's a lot of people on their special thanks page or part of their video with the names on it. But yeah, that's So Star Fuzzy is starting us off today, guys, with a perspective. It just confirms for me that he constantly berates Kai, and it shows that it's broken him down substantially. And like I said, I don't really know how much in depth I want to go on their relationship, but it seems to me that their relationship is very complex, and I see that I can easily see how conflicting, how much of a conflicting life they both live, because they seem to be constantly at odds with everything that they say. And I don't think I very rarely see people flip flop as much as I've seen specifically Greg flip flop over the last few months, constantly saying things and then and then fighting for the other side, and then kind of berating other people for having his opinion, and it's very, very confusing. And in this video, there have been a number of times in this video that Greg or Kai have said something and then said the exact opposite and supported both sides. Yeah, I mean, it is lying, isn't it? But like, it makes it really difficult to know what they actually feel, how they actually genuinely feel. I would love to see either of them do an interview with somebody on here, somebody who actually knows what they're doing, somebody who's an actual interviewer, somebody who's got a background in interviewing. I'm not necessarily talking about myself, but I would be up to the challenge. I would love to see a stream where they actually are honest, and whilst it doesn't necessarily need to be about the allegations, I just want to know how they feel about life, because it seems like they are constantly at odds and they don't know where to stand, how to feel, and I can understand that, because there's two different psyche. There is the way that you want to feel, and there is the way you actually feel. Do you guys understand that? Do you guys understand that idea where every single person has this, but it seems it's a lot more obvious for Onision and Kai with what's going on with them? The way you want to feel about everything, about what's going on, all the conflict, the way you want to feel, and the way you actually feel. Completely different things. And that is what we're seeing. That's what I'm talking about, the whole conflict. And yes, it is lying. They are lying to themselves. They're lying to each other, their audiences, but it's not necessarily a bad lie if you compare it to like lying about cheating on someone or things like that. It's just them mainly lying to themselves. They don't, and it's because they don't actually really know which side is which of these two standpoints is which, which one they actually feel and which one they are. It's I don't know, it's madness. It's madness. But anyway, let's read some of these comments that we've got, because we've got so many just terrific comments in the chat from all of you. I do definitely want to read a little bit more about it. I think Kai is probably afraid that Greg might fight her for custody of the children. Maybe. I don't really, like I said, I don't really necessarily want to pray that much, but I hope that's not the case. It's a real shame when children are put in that kind of situation. Not cool. So, I think the girls talking about the plans Kai had to run away from Greg. Oh God, yeah, I don't really know much about that, Dana. I'd like to know more about it though. Onision won't go on an interview unless he gets paid for it. Yeah, I don't think he would. And I don't think he would want to be interviewed, especially by anybody who is smaller than him or somebody who is kind of a new channel. And the reason why is because he seems to be somebody who believes that anybody who talks about him is just using him for content. It's just using him, riding his coattails, that none of them deserve, none of them are actually talented or interesting. They're all just a bunch of bullshitting cunts. And I'm not going to lie, there are definitely people like that. There are definitely people who are like that, but there are commentators who are actually trying to provide something interesting. And I've said this on a previous stream, and I'll say this in front of all 80 of you who are watching right now. People aren't watching me because they like Onision. They are watching me you are all, well, not all of you, but there's quite a lot of you here who, especially the newer people, who are watching me because of the conflict that surrounds Onision. And obviously you like my commentary, right? That is why. It's nothing to do with actually, like, Onision. Onision doesn't barely get any views on his videos. He barely gets any views on his live streams. Nobody actually wants to watch him or support Onision in that regard. People enjoy watching the drama around him. I mean, look at Repsion. Repsion has like a video with 500,000 views, more than 500,000, that is about Greg, about Onision. Onision can't break 100k on a video. There are more people who are interested in learning about all the shit that's going on with Greg right now, the allegations, than people who actually are interested in Greg. I know it might be a little bit confusing. I wish I could explain things better. I do definitely try though, in that regard. Let's read more. Yeah, I would honestly, guys, I do have a Discord. I've spoke to one of my senior moderators today. We are going to be really revamping my Discord this week, and we're going to make it really fucking nice, and hopefully more active. And I would love to maybe chat with some of you guys on Discord in the text chats, maybe in voice chat, and actually learn more about these things. Learn more about, you know, what's going on and some of these other allegations, things that are being overlooked by a lot of commentary channels, because I'd like to provide commentary for various things that people don't really talk about. So yeah, I mean, it's really up to you guys. It's up to your own intuition, if you really want to do that or not. Sorry, intuition even. Let's have a little look at all. We got so many comments. I like your voice. Thank you, Granny. I appreciate that. I like your comments. People want justice for what they've watched Onision do over the years. Yeah, that seems to be really it. That really does seem to be it, Ophelia. You're right. I saw that. I'm sorry, I lost sight of your comment. That makes so much sense. At least I think it does, right? Like, if you're somebody, if basically, let's say, for example, that I was to, like, do a live stream tomorrow, and I was to, like, commentate on Shane Dawson, and I was to, like, kind of talk shit and talk about the things that he's done and in the past, I feel like I would really genuinely be riding his coattails, that I'd be a clout chaser, that I'd be just using him to kind of, you know, like kind of walking on eggshells type shit. But I don't even think, like, us talking about Onision is anything to really to do with Onision's success, because he doesn't really have any. That's just my opinion, of course, but I don't really feel like he has any. But yeah. I mean, he does have success. It's just not anything to the degree that he used to. He used to have so much success. He used to be one of the biggest, honestly, one of the most successful YouTubers out there, and it's just interesting to see how things could change. You know, it's interesting. Blech. I think so many bad things have happened between them both, and they don't really like each other, and are staying together to say how good each other are, and I don't know. I maybe you're right, Ellie, because let's be honest, if the allegations are true, and I'm saying if they are true, if all of these allegations, things that people have said, if they're all true, if they were to break up and to be alone, they would be a lot easier to pick off. But unified together, they can be a unit. They can defend each other. They can be a united front, even if they're not in love, even if they don't care about each other personally. It's what's it called? An alliance of convenience. That is what it's called, guys. An alliance of convenience. And a lot of people do it. A lot of YouTubers, a lot of live streamers who are like involved in drama and shit do it. But yeah, how does he still have fans? Because honestly, I feel like that question, I understand why you've asked that question, Cat, but anybody can have fans. It doesn't matter like how good or how bad you are. No matter how evil you can be. Yeah, Mighty Boosh, what's going on, guys? It doesn't matter how good or bad and how evil you could be. You can always have people who are who like you and want to support you and want to be, you know, and represent you. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Like, it's that is literally the way of the world, guys. That is the way of the world. And whilst you guys should, yeah, obviously, you know, I understand why you guys feel that way and say, you know, why does he have his fans? The best thing you can do is just not watch him and not give him another fan, because hate watching is still watching. No, hate watching is technically still being a fan. I know this, guys. I do have my own group of hate watchers, people who genuinely don't like me, who genuinely hate me, and they will watch my streams and give me views and help me, you know, actually grow. And I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you guys just as much as the people who come in and actually are not assholes, you know. So, like, you know, it's all groovy. Yeah, it's true, Star Thursday. Yeah, Ted Bundy still does have like diehard fans and people who are like kind of involved in like the cult-like mentality around him. Everybody has haters, guys. Everybody, even the nicest of people. Like a good example, Eugenia Cooney. Even she has haters, people who are awful to her. And honestly, I will say this: you shouldn't hate somebody like Eugenia Cooney without actually knowing what her struggle is like. If you've actually had an eating disorder, then you will understand how difficult it is to battle and overcome that. It's not like a walk in the park, guys. It's all based on ignorance, and there are many times that I've been ignorant too. I'm never gonna be like perfect in that regard, but you know, like we're all ignorant, I guess. It's just, you know, you gotta try and stay woke in it. You can't please everyone, right? Walk a mile in someone else's shoes. Yeah, I'm only 24, everybody. So like, you know, I've still got like room to grow. Hopefully, you know, my brain's still developing. Let's be honest. So you know, it's all groovy. But yeah. Well, Jay, very very happy for you, Jay. Hope that fucking happens to me. Hope they all just fucking disappear in the wind. You know, that'd be spicy. But I doubt it. And honestly, like I said, haters, they do bring good things with them, and they do keep me humble, which is good. That's one thing you won't hear a lot of people say, but it's true. Having people who genuinely despise you and dislike you keeps you humble. You know, it reminds you of like all the things, the ways that you've upset people, and it reminds you to be a better person. You know, I don't know. It's easy to ignore it, but if you're actually somebody who's bright, you'll come to understand why people hate you. Doesn't mean you have to change though. Trust me, I don't really like changing unless I feel like it's necessary. It's sad, and there is some sympathy for Kai, but Kai has to take responsibility for what he's done and realize that he needs to get away from Greg. Yeah, I don't know. It's that is a whole nother thing, isn't it, guys? It's very dicey. But I want to say, and I want to say this to all of you guys whilst you're still here, before any of you decide to depart and watch somebody else tonight. This is my highest viewership on a YouTube live stream since I have started live streaming on here again, and I want to say thank you. I want to say thank you very much. My previous best was, I think, 65, and we've had about 85 to, I think we had 90 actually at our peak. And for any of you guys who are new to me, 96 was the top today. I know that a lot of you guys are new to me, and I want you to be aware that I take my live streaming very seriously. And for the last couple of years, I've actually been a full-time live streamer on YouNow, which is another platform. And I was one of the big talk show hosts on there. I did a lot of interviewing back then. I interviewed a couple of YouTubers who are very big drama channels. And this is like my passion. I love this. This is like what I want to do with my life. I love commentary, and I love interviewing people, and I love learning about things. And I just want to say thank you for all of you guys for kind of involving yourselves today. Whether I see any of you again or I don't, I really do appreciate it. If you are new, I would love for you to subscribe. My content is going to get better and better over time. I have a plan for 2020. I am going to start a really big show on here. I'm probably going to be bringing back my show called The Summit, and it's going to be it was a really, really big show on YouNow. It was a very, very popular show. I had some really big interviews on there. I interviewed Petty Page. I interviewed Here for the Tea. I interviewed Petermon, which are big commentators and big drama channels. And I hope now that I'm on YouTube, I'm going to start interviewing even more people, even more YouTubers. I've got my eyes set on a couple of people at the moment, so I'm excited over the prospect. Yes, Sarah, I will say this. In regards to my YouNow, I don't really know how much longer I'm going to be there. I really do want to move to YouTube permanently. But I'm still doing YouNow because I'm trying to get myself situated here. And also, YouNow is still kind of, it's worth something at the moment. It's still worth me being there. And there are people on there who I don't see here, and I want to see them. But I really hope that those people will eventually come over here as well and start watching me on here, because I don't want to miss too many people, you know. I know it will, Michael. I know. Yeah, Elaine, she is. But yeah. Honestly, guys, VIP as fuck, guys. This stream has been amazing. We are almost at 1,000 subscribers on here. I am super excited. Are you going to upload your old interviews from YouNow into here? I will. I just I've been every time like I feel like I want to do it, I like don't do it. Like I'm really I can sometimes be really, really just lazy, and I just don't like do anything. But I should really do it, shouldn't I, guys? I should really do it. I should bring everything onto here, so you guys can actually see what I've done. But yeah, I honestly like I'm a Pisces. I don't know if any of you guys believe in like the signs, but I'm a Pisces, so like I'm really fucking lazy. Like I am super fucking lazy, man. And that's why I love being a live streamer, because I can invest all of my time, all of my energy into my live streams, and I can just like, you know what I mean? And then the rest of the day, I can just be a complete lazy degenerate. Hey girl, hey, what's going on, girl? How you doing? Taurus. You're my opposite. Oh, yin and yang. That's cool. I'm a Libra, but I'm still lazy. Right. It is. I do want to say MVP today, my moderator. You're amazing. Thank you, Abby, for moderating my stream today. I am looking for some new people who have recently started watching me, who would like to moderate my streams and protect my streams from outsiders who are evil. And if any of you guys are interested, then you might have the opportunity to become a moderator, because I'm looking for, I don't know how many, but probably maybe close to a dozen moderators that are going to help moderate and run my channel in 2020, which is going to hopefully be a really big year for me. So we'll see. Yeah, Noodle Dip McGinty, I've got you on the list. Don't worry, I've got you on the list. And guys, before anybody starts criticizing the shit out of my fucking Discord, leave my fucking Discord alone, all right? I've never needed to use it before. I'm really new to it, all right? It will get better. Don't worry, it will get better. It will get better, all right? Daddy, why are you acting so strange? I don't know. You tell me. I don't know. But yeah, come on my Discord. I don't know. I mean, depends on what you think. Loki Discord. Abibi has put it in the chat for you guys if you do want to join. But yeah, I'm having a complete renovation done to my Discord, and I really hope that we can make it into a community. And I hope that I can eventually have some staff who can help me run my shows, because I'm doing everything right now myself, like putting together my streams myself, and having a team makes things a lot easier. So anyway. It's not a YouTube video unless someone is in the comments calling the YouTuber daddy. Yeah, but I'm not, you know. Yeah. You know, like, I'm not really into it, right? I'm not Onision, right? Like, I don't want there to be a bunch of young people, you know, like a bunch of teenage girls calling me daddy and shit, man. You know, sending me fucking pictures that I can rate on my videos. I'm not about that. You know, it's not spicy shit, is it really, guys? Daddy, stop. What the fuck, man? I don't know, man. If you want to pay for Loki's KFC needs, here is the donation link. Yeah, guys, you want to help me get some fucking hot and spicy KFC wings? You know where to chat. You know what to do. You know what to do, guys. Honestly, I really could fuck up some KFC right now. I'm actually, no. I shit you not, guys. I'm gonna finish this stream soon, and I'm gonna go downstairs, and I'm gonna fry up some chicken. I'm gonna fry up some fucking chicken. I'm gonna make my own southern fried chicken tonight. And it's gonna be good. This is why we need more mods. Exactly. But the thing is, I don't know a handful of you, like quite a lot of you guys very well, and that's not a bad thing. It's great that you guys have all like joined in. But I'm hoping to get to know you guys a little bit better, because I've had really problematic mods in the past. Not always, but it's happened in the past. I've had people who are problematic, and I want people who are going to really help me cultivate my platform, and are going to help me build a community, which they are not just a part of, but they are actual like a pillar of. They are like keeping the roof up of my community. So, you know, I want them to be the Vincent to my Chris Hansen. All right, that is what I want. That's what I'm looking for, guys. Yeah, so I want to get to know people a bit more. Kind of vibe with you. Yeah, I mean, honestly, it's not hard for Abby to be MVP. She's the only fucking moderator who's showing up today, which is fair enough. But this stream has been absolutely amazing, guys, and it's honestly, thank you very much. Yeah. So anyway, I'm gonna finish up now. I think I know that McGinty's not gonna be happy to hear this. Daddy, you're acting so strange. Please stop. You're freaking me out, Pig Venus. You're freaking me out. Yeah, honestly, Michael, I think you might be somebody I knew in the past, but like, you're cool, man. I like seeing you around. You're cool to have in my chat. Yeah, guys. So yeah, for any of you guys who are new, I live stream every day in the week. 5 p.m. EST. I'm going to be on tomorrow to talk about Chris Hansen's stream tonight. I'm not going to watch the whole thing because fuck that. But I'm going to watch bits and pieces of the stream with you guys, and I'm going to commentary on it. It's going to be good. So make sure you tune in. But yeah, big shout out to Miss Maxie, who actually dropped a donation on me today. That's really, really appreciated. Thank you very much. And I will see you guys on the next one. Make sure you like the stream, make sure you subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Goodbye, everybody.